Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridget. How you guys doing today? I hope your new year is going well so far. Thank you very much for stopping by. So guys, I wanted to give you an update about this paternity matter. The story I shared with you guys a couple of days ago about Tunde Badmus and his wife. This story has become, the subject has become a really big issue that a lot of people have been talking about. Twitter Nigeria has been going mad about this issue of paternity. Now, the way I see it, the way people have been going about it is a war between men and women. So you find a lot of women coming online to say, oh, just because the child does not belong to a man legitimately, or the man did not father the child, does not mean that he does not have a responsibility towards that child. That even if the man in the marriage is not the biological father, he still has a responsibility to look after the child. And of course, a lot of men have issues with that, saying that, it's not something that some men will even condone at all. It's not even something that is not open for discussion. And they are saying that women, some women are very wicked. Oh my God, guys, the issues there. They're saying women are very, very wicked. How can you go and have children and bring them to give them to a man, and the man is not the father, and the woman, knowing that the man is not the father, will make the man to take, to think the children are his. So some women are saying that men are not saints just because, this woman did this, or some women do that, does not mean that men are saints. So it's like a context of, oh, who is worse between men and women. I don't personally see it like that, and I will give you guys my opinion at the end of the video. But I wanted you to see something first, some of the issues that came up. Somebody came and posted this video. I don't know who she is. If you know who she is, please let me know in the comment section. I think she's a lawyer, and she was kind of giving her own what the law in Nigeria actually says about this issue of paternity scam. So I want you to take a look at the video, and then I'll read some other tweets and some other things that were been trending, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end of my analysis.
Some years ago, I did a video on YouTube concerning paternity of the test. With I've forgotten the citation of the case, which my lord Rodsvival, Court of the Justice of Court of Appeal Justice, as at then was, or not now. Now is at the Supreme Court. The judgment he gave then was that the court is unwilling to delve into paternity issues, where they won't leave me. I'm not going to argue. The court is unwilling to go into paternity issues where a couple is married. When you have a man and a woman, they're married and living together. And he went as far as saying that even if that woman brings in a child from the gate man, that child is presumed to be the child of the man of the house who that woman is married to. So if your wife does agree and brings another man's children home to you, you're still the father, because those children were conceived during the subsistence of your marriage. Well, people say, no, that's wrong, this one, that one. And some people said, that's wrong. So what did I do? I kept quiet because there was no other judgment. So today again, I went to do more research as to that. And I can't remember the full citation, but I remember there's Duru versus Duru. There's Ibiachi versus Ibiachi. And there's Anozie versus, I've forgotten who it was. The court said that the presumption that DNA obviously is a right way of knowing paternity, but the court is not willing. Again, what Lord Honorable Justice Vival said in his own previous judgment was what they said in Duru versus Duru, that the court is unwilling to delve into paternity issues where they are married. That it is presumed that the child during the subsistence of your marriage, whether you will father that child or that child was fathered by any man during your marriage with your wife, that child is your child. That child is irrespective of the blood the blood connection or DNA or whatever it is. Now, Duru said, what Duru versus Duru said was what made me laugh the most. He said the presumption is conclusive. When they say presumption is conclusive, it means that you cannot, for now, you cannot say otherwise as a married man that my wife, I don't trust her. She brought another person's child home. And so by bringing another person's child, that child is not my child. No. In fact, the court said that even after your separation or divorce, your wife conceives within 280 days of your marriage, of your separation, that child is your child. 280 days should be about, let's say, close to about 10 months. That should be. Because if you have 365 days, so that should be within like 8 and 10 months. So if you leave your wife or if you're separated and she still conceives within 280 days for another person, that child is your child. And you're bound to take responsibility for those children. Either you are biologically or you want to prove DNA. If you now go and bring a DNA test, I don't know what the position of the court will be. The court might reject it. And they might take it. But the position of the court, they don't want a DNA. So far you're married. But if you're not married, if somebody approaches you and says, oh, I'm pregnant, I have a child for you, and the court obviously would go into the issue of DNA. Okay, let's ascertain that it's your child before we put that responsibility on you. But the moment you said for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, meaning you're going to take all responsibility your wife brings. And also, your wife is going to take all responsibility you bring to her. On the issue of paternity, boy, yeah, we're back your money, you will long, why they told you, what top, one on the university, what is secondary, one on primary, secondary, university, what don't say I will form when you're gone. Yes, that's the position. It's not me, it's the position of law. And what the reason why they said that is that to keep the sanctity of marriage, to protect the society. That if the society is not if we keep saying, oh, let's do DNA here, let's do DNA there, let's do DNA forward, backward, oh my bankonje, income baje. We're thinking of our emotions, but we're not thinking of the larger effect. Then again, the court says that they are unwilling to carry out DNA tests on adult children. If you have a child somewhere, then it can't be at all. It will be case, then do you understand me? And now the man came and said he's the owner of the child. This is an adult child. The court said they're not willing to go into paternity issues. If the adult child is unwilling to do a paternity test,
so guys, you heard what she had to say. I don't know if this is correct, because I don't know this lady, and if she if the information she's given there is absolutely correct according to the judgment that she's giving as example. So you guys out there who are lawyers or who live in Nigeria and know what the legal angle is, can please let me know in the comment section if any decision has been made about paternity test or paternity fraud in Nigerian courts and what that decision is. And please also let me know if what she has said is correct or not. Now, moving on. The issues are this. Tunde, the late Tunde Badmus' wife, was allegedly said to have fathered 2 children with her boss, the MD of Fcmb. Now, a lot of men in Nigeria are now saying that if you have a wife, you should just stroll to her workplace or to make sure that you go and look at her boss and look at her colleagues to ensure that, you know, your children don't look at like that them. I mean, so because a lot of people were saying that how could he not know that those children does not belong to him, because the resemblance between those children, especially the daughter to Nuru, which is the MD, is too much. They look so much alike. Their facial feature, the body feature, the way the man is heavy set and built heavily. That is how the daughter especially, and even the son, they look so much like him. And I think I've had back and forth going with some people about this matter. But I wanted to read you some of the things that have been discussed here. So this person is saying that, Queen is saying that when a married man impregnates a woman, his wife will be told to forgive and endure. Every gender should be treated fairly. So to her, it's not fair that, that woman is being condemned for what she did, because married men are also bringing home children that they've had outside to their wives at home, and the wives are being compelled to take those children and to raise those children. Another person said, and she also said that if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better. I don't know if this person that's putting this tweet out there is married or she has children. She seems to me like a very young person. So this is the post that she put out there, that men should, I think it kind of correlates with what the lady previously in that video was saying about what the judgment of the court was, that they wouldn't go into DNA testing for adult children, and even if the man is not the biological father, he has to take responsibility. And she even went a stretch by saying that even if the marriage has ended, that within a period of time, I've forgotten how many months she said it was, maybe a couple of months, that if the woman has a baby for another man, that the ex-husband is still responsible for that child. I'm laughing because we all know that everybody's quoting law now. Everybody is speaking, very intellectually and all that. But we know the reality on ground is different from whatever the court or the judgment of the court will say. Because this one is mommy moe. We know each other. So nobody is going to tell a man that I know, a Nigerian man. Nobody is going to tell a Nigerian man that. Which court in Nigeria is going to tell a man that you have to take responsibility for a child that, the one that you know for sure that is not your child? I don't know. Some men might do it. I don't know if they are, maybe they are very religious, or they are so close to God and, they forgive. I don't know if that's the situation, but looking at it from a legal angle, this is like, it's been forced on the man that you have no choice but to look after a child that your wife, has outside your marriage. And I remember having this discussion with one of my subscribers who was saying that, and I said to her, she sent me an email, and I just want to use this opportunity to put it out there. Please, except I say so, do not send me comments by email. I prefer people to put comments on the video itself. Don't send me comment by email. My email is strictly for business. And if you have a story you want to share, don't send me comments on email, because I find that some people like to send me comments on email just to annoy me. And I don't like it. Honestly, I don't. So please don't send me comment by email. If you cannot put it on the video, just leave it. So somebody sent me an email saying that, oh, I was too harsh on that woman on my video. Men have been doing, what she did is wrong. But men do worse. Especially here in the UK, even in Nigeria, men do worse things. That if men do things like that, women forgive them. So why should we be condemning the woman that we are condemning her too much? I didn't reply because I don't want to get into back and forth with anybody. This is the way I feel about it. I said to somebody on Instagram who also said that, they should leave the woman alone. Men do worse. I said to them, if it was your brother, or it was your family member, that Tunde is your family member, would you still feel the same way? That is just what I said. I asked the lady on Instagram. I said, if Tunde Badmus was your brother, or he was a family member of yours, would you still feel that we are too harsh on that woman, or the world is judging her too harshly? I don't think so. So somebody said that as bad as they say men are, that they have never given the wrong child to any woman. This too, has been trending, and people are saying that the only reason why men have not done it is because it's not possible for them to do that biologically, for them to give, an illegitimate child, or to give a child to the wrong woman, that the child that does not belong to them. That if they could that they would have done it. I think, this is what it goes to show what I was saying in my argument, that people are taking this thing as if it is us versus them. And I don't see it that way. I'm sorry, I don't, because I don't see it that way, that okay, it's men versus women. Who does more bad things? Is it men that hurt women more, or women hurt men more? I don't see things that way, because you cannot put all men in one group and say all men are this, all men are that. No. Because we all got husbands, we got fathers, we got brothers, and we got sons. But the thing I find about a lot of women is that it is easy for us to be very, very critical of men. But when one of us does something that we should actually, reflect on and just say, oh my God, my gender has fallen my hand. On this one, I know my gender fell my hand. We become very defensive. And then we'll try to throw it back at the men to say, hey, you too, you do it too. Me, I don't think we can grow like that, though. I don't think it's right. No. I think any gender that does something should be called out for it. That men do things like that doesn't make it right, that what Tunde Badmus's wife, the late Tunde Badmus's wife did is right. No, it is not. It doesn't make it right. Two wrongs cannot make it right. And that's why I always say that I take issues as they present themselves. It's specific to that particular issue. So the woman on this occasion and the MD are the ones that are under fire. On the next case, it might be the man that did wrong. So we'll call out the man on that case. But I can't now, in good conscience, come out and start saying, what about men? You two, you do bad now. So I justify what this woman has done. I can't do it. I don't know about you guys. A lot of people took the woman's side and saying, there's nothing she did that is new. I don't know how women can do that, but to your turn to Israel, everybody has their own beliefs and morals and values. For me, I don't think what she did is right. Neither will I be comparing it to what men are doing. So this is another case. Someone said that their father-in-law, a woman's father-in-law, hated her son's wife. Hated his son's wife and secretly did DNA tests on the 3 children and used this himself as a baseline. I think he's a doctor. This was on Twitter as well. And the results revealed that they were not his blood. But look at this. More analysis revealed that the children actually belong to the son, but that the son, his own son, that he is fighting for, in quotes, let me put it fight because I don't know who he's fighting with, is not his son. Can you see a twist? Oh my God, look, I don't even know where we are going to end if we start looking into this DNA matter. Because now everybody say, go and do DNA, go and do... And I hear that DNA testing is expensive. I was saying to a friend of mine just a few minutes ago that I'm afraid men are going to start resulting in, native DNA in Nigeria. This is the way I'm saying it too. Some men who are traditionalists will just carry their children to, if they believe in Ogun or Oshun, to go and test whether the children belong to them. I don't know. This is another case. This guy said, in my short time of practice, I've seen a few women ask that their EGA, that is the age of their pregnancy, be altered simply because they want to pin the pregnancy on a particular man. I think he's a doctor as well. So he said, Kings, please do your DNA test if you feel like, cause to be honest, women can be cruel. Say, forget about trust. In fact, they initially lie to you, and when you have examined and find out that the size does not match the LPM she's giving you, if you request for a test, she starts to run around before eventually coming around to admit, apologize, and then make the request in tweet 1. Yeah. So this is somebody again who is in the medical practice saying that this thing is more common than we know, that some women do actually deliberately pin pregnancy on the wrong person for selfish reasons. And you are going to see from the next one that I'm going to read to you why somebody else shared their experience and said this is why this particular woman wanted to pin the pregnancy on another person and wanted the doctor to help them. So the next person said, oh yes, this is a fact. 2 weeks ago, I was offered 3 times my salary to be made via transfer on the spot if I accepted the offer. She gave false LMP. I did my calculation, 13 weeks it was. And she was 26 weeks. He said he ordered a scan and it came back that the baby in the uterus was actually 24 weeks. And then she started to prod around. And she shamelessly made the offer. No author of remorse was expecting me to jump at the offer, especially for the amount involved, telling me how she changed her mind on the actual father for the one she wanted to pin the pregnancy on, because the second guy was richer. And he said it was the gods for me. The gods. The woman has guts. Oh, guys, this is serious. So I'm telling you, this is really, really serious. So this issue of paternity fraud, it's a very, very big matter. It's a very, very big issue. And the people who are in the booth are here, who are right in the center of this controversy, are women. Because at the end of the day, it's only a woman that knows who she's sleeping with. It's only a woman that knows how she will calculate her cycle to know when she was ovulating and who she slept with and who owns the pregnancy. So I don't know why, I was thinking when this issue of Tunde Badmus happened, I was thinking, oh my God, this is pure evil. What she did is pure evil. It's something that you will not. I mean, ladies out there, those of you who are always saying that, since this matter started, you are saying men do worse, men do worse. Imagine if you are a man. I'm not saying that men are saying to, please. I'm not exonerating men. But like I said, it's not a contest. We are not trading batters on who does more, immoral stuff and just unspeakable things to one another. We can't, if we go down, we cannot afford to go down that route. Because if we decide to descend on that route of, okay, men are doing this, so women will do this. Women are doing this, so men are doing that. Where does it end? Where does it end? Society goes scatter. So guys, I'm just going to end by saying that we can avoid all this palaver. It's very simple to avoid it. And the only way we can avoid it is everybody to do what is right. Let us grow a conscience. If you are a woman out there and you have no conscience and you feel nothing in giving a baby to somebody you know categorically is not the father, then you have no conscience. I don't think it is right. It is not right. There is no way to justify that kind of behavior. I cannot justify it because I'm a woman. I can't. I just cannot. Don't do it. If you know you don't want a man or you don't want to have a baby for a man, then use protection. Don't get pregnant in the first place. Because it is not right for you to get pregnant for one man and pin the pregnancy on another family, on another innocent man, knowing fully well that they are not the father of the child. Also, it is not right also for men who are married to live, to dishonor their marital vows, especially in Nigeria. It happens a lot. It happens in the diaspora as well, where men go outside to go and, have extramarital affairs, have a baby, and then they expect you, the wife, to take that baby and raise it. To be honest, I don't think that's happening. Even if a man does that now, in this generation that we are in, I struggle to believe that any man will bring any child home now to say, oh, I fathered a child, help me raise that child. Which home? Me, as a human being, as I know myself, I won't take it. I will not be able to take it. I'm not going to raise another woman's child. It's bad enough if a man cheats, having a baby and expecting you to raise that child. It happened in our parents' generation. Maybe it's still happening today in Nigeria, but I don't see any obodo woman that is going to take that. That also is not right. But like I said, we are not trading faults. This issue is coming up because of what Tunde Badmus' wife did. So on this occasion, women, please, let us condemn it. It is wrong. Don't go and pin a pregnancy that is not for a man on that man. It is morally wrong. It is a sin. Adultery is a sin. Don't pin a pregnancy that does not belong to a man to a man. It is not right for you to corrupt a man's lineage and DNA with a blood that does not belong to them. I feel like a lot of women are so hot from, their experiences with men that anything that happened to men, they don't even care. They'll say it serves them right. After all, they are doing the same thing to women. Please, ladies, we can't go down that route, like I said. It's not trade by barter. We're not comparing, no. Please, we cannot. Because don't forget that you are mothers as well. You've got sons. If a woman does it to your son, will you be happy? If they go and bring an illegitimate child from outside and pin it on your child, and you'll be doing grandmother running up and down, looking after a child that does not belong to your blood. What I cannot take, I don't expect people to take it. So it is wrong. Everybody should just honor. If you are married, honor your marital vows. If you are not married, do the right thing by the person that you are dating. But it's ojukokoro that is causing this. You want to eat your cake and have it. And most of the time, you see, that Badmos's case is a good example. The man she's dating is obviously richer than her husband. So it's about what you can gain from that relationship. It's greed that is causing all these things. But let's also remember that it's all vanity. All is vanity. Now, whatever she gained from that relationship, her face is all over the world now. Everybody is talking about her now. Look at the scandal, the shame she's brought to herself. Not only on herself now, on those innocent children that didn't ask to be in this triangle, to be in this scandal, to be in this mess. Is it worth it? What are they going to buy for you that is so worth it that will make you to behave like that? Look, all this is vanity. That's the way I see it. It's all vanity. So let us do what is right by the person that we are with. And remember, ultimately, we answer to God. They may not see you, but God sees us all. So guys, I'm going to leave it here today. Leave me your thoughts and in the comment section. What do you think about this paternity fraud matter? What are your views about it? How do we move forward from here? How do we resolve these issues? Leave me your thoughts and I shall speak to you in my next one. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.